The election has passed us, at least I think, but who knows. Either way, we're getting back on track with IPOs on the calendar after having none last week, so let's settle in for IPO this week for the week of November 9th, 2020. Welcome to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, the channel that has evolved to talk about all the big and not so big companies going public, whether it's by traditional IPO, a SPAC, or even a direct listing. And we're back outside with another warm November day with our weekly featured show, IPO This Week, where we preview all the companies scheduled to have their IPOs for the upcoming week, as well as cover any companies with lockup expirations and notable quiet periods ending. As always, a special thank you to the community for checking in again with me this week. And for anyone new here, my name is Kevin, and I'm going to welcome you to the channel. If our focus on covering IPOs is something you're interested in, I hope you consider subscribing. After all, it's free, and don't make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. So after a no IPO week last week, we're back with a few companies going public. As of this weekend, when I put this video together, we have a couple of traditional IPOs and one SPAC that we have to talk about. And as you remember, last week we talked about how we're expecting the release of Airbnb's S1 filing to the public this week, and as soon as I can review it, I'll get a video out for you guys, so stay tuned for that. It's been a while since I said this, but every once in a while I like to remind everyone that we need to keep in mind that information with IPOs are fluid, with dates and offering sizes often changing. And our first IPO that we'll talk about today is a great example of that, and that's Inhibikase Therapeutics, who we originally had going public the last week of October. But of course, they did an IPO then, and now we're looking for that to finally happen this week. As a refresher, Inhibikase focuses on treatments for Parkinson's disease and other related neurodevelopmental disorders. Its lead candidate is named IKT 148009 and is being developed for Parkinson's and its associated conditions. The company has filed 2 investigational new drug applications, one for the treatment of Parkinson's disease itself, while the second is for treatment of gastrointestinal complications that arise as early symptoms of Parkinson's. The company expects to begin the first dosing of Parkinson's patients following the IPO, so they have yet to begin stage 1 trials. As of this time, the company has no products on the market, so excluding some grants that they've received, there is no significant revenue to speak of. Inhibikase looks to be priced within a proposed range of $10 to $12 on Tuesday, with trading expected on Friday under the ticker IKT. Next up is another biotech. This is a new one to the channel, and it's named Innate Bio, ticker INAB. This biotech is focused on developing cancer therapies by employing, among other things, genetically modified gamma delta T cells. Gamma delta T cells are naturally occurring cells in the human immune system that recognize and kill cancerous cells while possessing a tumor recognition mechanism that protects healthy tissue. Whereas other cell therapies are often killed by therapeutic levels of chemotherapy that is used with cancer patients, the company is reporting that their modified cells have been shown in preclinical studies to function in this type of toxic environment. The company has 2 lead candidates, one which is targeting glioblastoma, which is a type of cancer that attacks the brain and the spinal cord, and the other candidate is targeting patients with leukemia, which is a cancer of blood and bone marrow. Both candidates are in phase 1 trials, with top-line data expected for 2021 for the glioblastoma candidate and 2022 for the second one. Like Inhibikase, they have no products on the market, and at these early stages there won't be anytime soon. This tells us that research and development expenses will continue without any revenue to speak of. But this is typical for biotech, so this is just something you want to be aware of when you consider investing in a company that is at the phase 1 trial level. And obtaining resources to advance their pipeline is why these companies go public, so they can raise the money needed to work on getting these treatments to market. IN8bio is set for their IPO on Wednesday, with pricing expected in a range of $15 to $17, and the trading should then begin on Thursday. So these 2 biotechs are what I have on the calendar as of right now for the traditional IPOs. On the SPAC side, I have one new one for you, Natural Order Acquisition, ticker NOACU, who plans to raise $200 million. According to their filing, their intention is to pursue prospective targets that are focused on technologies and products related to sustainable plant-based food and beverages, alternative protein, and ingredients. Ideally, their target market includes companies that use plant-based, cell-based, or precise fermentation technologies to develop food products that eliminate animals from the food supply chain. While they don't have a target limited to any region, they expect to identify ones in North America or Europe. So if you're interested in the growing plant-based food sector, this SPAC might be of interest to you. As a heads up, you might want to consider that they did lower the deal from selling 25 million units down to 20 million units, which might give you an idea of what the expected interest is. So I guess you could say, food for thought. Sorry. And then like most blank check companies, the units are priced at $10. We'll have to keep an eye on what company the SPAC eventually targets. Okay, so that's the new companies for this week. Let's move on to the companies that have their lockups expiring. This week we have two: China Liberal Education, ticker CLEU, and ADC Therapeutics, ticker symbol ADCT, whose locked up shares are both expiring on Tuesday. It's been a while since I mentioned this, but if you're new to the channel and wonder what lockups are and why we cover them, I do have a video that talks about this. I'll link it for you in the description. And then next we have our notable quiet periods ending. On Monday, both Array Technologies, ticker ARRY, and MINISO Group, MNSO, have their quiet periods ending, so we can expect some research reports to come out. For some more information on those companies, you can check out the IPO This Week video that covered them. If you haven't seen it, I'll link this video as well. Okay, this was a short one, and that's okay. I'm not going to go on and talk about nothing. But what there is more to talk about, I'll put up another video, so if you don't want to miss when that comes out, make sure to have your notification bell turned on. Remember, we're anticipating the Airbnb filing to become public, and I know a lot of you want to hear more about it, so stay tuned. So with that, please like the video if you enjoyed it, and share with your friends or also on any of your social media sites. And if you're new to the channel or just an occasional visitor and you like the video, we'd love to have you join the community. It's very easy. You just got to press that little red subscribe button. And for now, I wish you a good week of trading. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, have a great day.